a very favorable edge in your mindset?
I would pick Liquid in this one. I feel like they've got some very nice, solid tempo from Nature's Prophet Tiny early game. I think they have answers to the Dusa and the Pango that will eventually build into a Diffusal Blade. And, you know, Medusa's this big, slow run-at-you hero. Nature's Prophet, he splits you up. He doesn't need to run at you. So that's always been a fairly decent matchup if you can at some point fight. And with the Pango, I think they can.
So what are the biggest factors for both teams to get to their end game?
Liquid, I mean, I think as always with the Nature's Prophet, the game is a lot easier if you can win the lanes and snowball to get some early towers. And then, you know, you might not even have to worry about dealing with the Medusa. 9 is going to be a factor in this game. With Queen of Pain, you can always have those like explosive rotations where she gets, you know, 2 or 3 kills in a side lane, and then all of a sudden she's snowballing, and all of the analysis that you can do regarding the game just goes out the window because you have this snowballing like semi-carry mid that's just too huge. So 9 is going to be he's going to be a factor there. But I do think if the game is slow, Tundra has Dusa, Tundra has Doom. Like, they will out-farm. You're never going to be able to just slowly out-farm them. So the pressure is on Liquid to, at the very least, stop Tundra from farming, even if they're not taking towers.
We'll see if they can execute their game plans. Let's see where they go as the horn does go off, but Zai jumping forward with the shield crash, trying to fight Snake King and Skeeter here. Mystic Snake thrown his way and some damage done, and not the greatest feeling, but it's 2 bounty runes apiece, so ending up pretty even.
Oh, and they're doing old Tumby mid on Nature's Prophet versus the Queen of Pain, which is a very good matchup for Nature's Prophet. It's for some mid laners, they say that it's like a counter matchup. There's just, you know, the dagger doesn't matter because you can just TP base and regen, and then the treants just absolutely demolish her in CSing and just harass.
So with an earlier level 6 here for Matoma Man, do you think that we're going to see him be as mobile and certainly be as aggressive? Because he's played this Nature's Prophet in that previous game, of course, and he played really up in the face of the side of Tundra, and getting those extra levels with the solo experience definitely seems like an opportunity to continue to do it in this game.
Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. This makes me favor Liquid even more, actually. I think mid Nature's is probably his best role. I know it's the highest win rate role for Nature's Prophet on Dota 2 Pro Tracker, and it makes sense. Like, he's a really solid +1 type hero, and if he TPs to a side lane, if you can TP to side lanes, like that's what a mid laner does, right? Be a +1 to side lanes. Like, it just makes sense.
So we'll see where, in fact, he tries to put himself, especially once he gets a couple of levels. And then just one last super boring question. What do you think of this Titan now that it's been nerfed a little bit?
I don't think it's that bad, honestly. I mean, it would be different if like the 15 talent got replaced with nothing. You know, if it was just, okay, the tree bonus damage is gone, but you do eventually get it, and it is replaced by something that's decent. I've played with Tiny a few times since the patch, and it seems not broken, but it's still a good hero. Like, it was way too good before, and now it just seems decent. Especially as like a more of a semi-carry, I really like it.
Do you go back to the older builds where it's more so focused on avalanche toss instead of getting the tree grab?
I think so. We might not see it here, but that's what my assumption would be after seeing the changes and from what I've seen in pubs. But it's really it's hard to say like what these guys have been practicing in scrims, and it's hard to say even if what they've been practicing in scrims is something that they would even carry forward into the major, because the nerfs to Tiny are so brand new that maybe they're not even 100% comfortable with like what are you supposed to do with this hero. We might be seeing an Aghanim Scepter build coming out of Tiny at the major, but you know, never before the major, which I suppose this would be one of the last games we could possibly see it.
Shackles out onto Zai. They're going to try and chase him down. Again, that second highest base damage of the game will get the first blood. That is the Shadow Shaman, and that is the stat I always like to say because that's all I've got going for me. And, well, Snaking is
once again.
going to continue to chase Foxy, but gives up on it and decides to go for the Bounty Rune instead. That's a fine choice. And then, yeah.
He's suiciding anyway.
Tower. That's all while 33 up top is looking like he might just die. Mickey picks up a tree and throws it over just to get the kill.
So both side lanes are a little disastrous for the off lanes, because I don't think that a Medusa lane is really ever supposed to get kills. But then again, I feel like every single analyst says that, and then it happens in games. So maybe Medusa is just a killer. And this other lane, I mean, Tiny plus Undying against a melee strength hero sounds like the melee strength hero is supposed to lose. So I do understand why 3-3's going down. I mean, for God's sakes, he started Boots, Quelling Blade. That's how bad this lane matchup is for him.
Never fun. Boots, Quelling Blade. Shield crash in. Zai again just moving forward. That's why while Sox is dying to Mickey. We got the Shackle once more on the Zai. Skeeter has a Mystic Snake in just a second, but doesn't bother to use it, and he'll pass the salve over, although Snaking, just not getting in range to stop that salve.
Yeah, he wanted that. Unfortunate. Yeah, but I mean, they did kill them both down here, so like this lane could go even for the rest of the laning phase, and I think Tundra is going to be okay with this because Skeeter is going to outfarm.
There was a point in time, and I don't know if there's really anything that's changed from Pango, but you had guys like Chalice who talked about Pango as the most broken hero in Dota. It's just what he's able to accomplish, and the fact that shield crash, the reduction, it can be so devastating.
I can understand it. I can understand why people think that. I mean, the hero does everything. He's got team fight, he's got disable, he's utility. You can build Lotus, you can build tanky. You don't even need to build tanky, and you can be tanky because of shield crash. Your laning is really solid because of the new shield crash changes. And then you scale to essentially be a carry because of Swashbuckle using all of your orb modifiers. So you pick up Diffusal, you pick up Basher, and an Aghanim Scepter, and all of a sudden you're doing more damage than the carry Medusa is. So yeah, I can definitely understand that sentiment.
And speaking of the mid lane, by the way, it was what we were talking about earlier. It seems to be sitting at about even, a little bit of more favoring towards Matu, as he's going into that first item, Orchid, and 9, at least for right now, treads Wand.
Yeah, 9 appears to be, well aware this is a counter matchup. He's maxing out Scream of Pain. He's not even trying to walk up and dagger the natures, because he knows if he does that, he's going to get completely out-traded. And this was the correct choice. He's able to just push out the wave with Scream of Pain.
Tombstone and the Sprout with the double damage, but it's that blink and we'll escape.
But he will lose the tower for this. I think. Double damage, Treants, doesn't have another round of them. Tombstone to tank.
And 9 was really looking and thinking about going to get that Tombstone. Then I think he took a couple of shots from the zombies and was like, you know what, I'm out. Snake King, he's also out. He's dead bottom. Goes down to Zai.
Well, at least it's not Skeeter going down. That's what they have going for them.
Yeah, that being said, though, he is kind of falling behind on where the Tiny's at least, and maybe not as telling, but certainly the lane hasn't gotten as easy as maybe I would have thought. They do have the option to use this Pango combo with the Inkswell, where you just get the Swashbuckle, jump forward, and you could really do some damage there if the Inkswell pops in the right spot. Goes to the shield crash, and then Swashbuckle, Inkswell, they haven't seen you here. They're gonna need a TP, and actually the ones who get the TP are Liquid. So Skeeter falls, Snake King, he's next to go. It's just a matter of time, and it will be Matu who gets both kills.
Yeah, Liquid's like super upping the tempo on this one. Ditching the Tiny in the safe lane, sending Insania mid for the tower, sending Matumba bot for the tower.
Interesting Tombstone. Sonic Wave.
Oh, he swashes away.
He doesn't get anybody off of that one. And they'll lose another tower, or well, just that one tower. They didn't end up losing the tower over mid.
See, that kind of makes me feel like Matu can just run around and take all of the towers now with no Sonic Wave. That seems like a very important ability to have up for these team fights, especially if Zai can get his roll. Like, oftentimes you'll see a Pango get Rolling Thunder off at like 10% HP and get finished off by a Queen of Pain who has the Sonic Wave. And that's on a 125-second cooldown. So this is an opportunity for Liquid.
There it goes.
We'll see how Liquid take this opportunity. The game is still sitting pretty even in terms of net worth, but I think that's largely also due to the fact that you've got 33 who's on this Doom. He's got the Devour, he'll have the Midas, and of course he's going to be buffing up that net worth. And that does, if you look, it makes, if you're a fan of Tundra, pretty nervous. Because you see the Queen of Pain, he only has 2,900 net worth compared to the mid opponent of Matama Man. He's 1,200 gold behind.
Yeah. There's 2 carries right now on Liquid. It's Mickey and Matumba. They're both carries, so that is scary. Dusa, very strong, I think, against either of these heroes individually, but against both of them, not so much. I mean, they're not defusal heroes. They don't hard counter Medusa by any means, but 2 right-click carries beating into you, that's going to drain your mana. And Deuce is not having a good enough game to 1v2 this.
They look for the Doom, they get the kill, Mickey's in. Avalanche toss, Matumba Man is there, and they're going to try and take this tower again. They're just trying to take towers across the map. Skeeter shows up, and that might deter them. However, they've done a lot of damage here, not only mid, but top, and this is a big issue for them, as now Zai gets a solo kill on Saksa. So they're losing numbers all across the map.
That's a big kill for him, because I feel like Zai was the one guy on Liquid in the core position that was not like absolutely popping off and in contention for carrying the game. Now he queues up the defusal because he just got a bunch of gold for a solo kill. He's loving life right now. My boy has 2 bracers. He's having a toughie.
Yeah, bracers are fine.
Does 9 go for this?
Are fine.
Yeah, you know, they're all right. I think if you're Pango, you'd love to be in such a position where you get Wraith Bands or something, you know, or just not get bracers at all. Just rush that defusal. Maybe something more exciting like an Orb of Corrosion. But he's, you know, it's not the freest game for him.
Kind of opening up a little bit as time goes on, as he's ahead of the non-inflated cores of Tundra.
Yeah, now it's a free game for him. I mean, you get a solo kill, you take the tower, you take like a few waves of absolute free farm because they took the tower so early. Like Zai's a core now, and he's just able to position so aggressively. Especially with Mickey in the area.
Inkswell, and that's going to be the debut of the Blink Dagger on this Tiny. An easy kill on Snaking. I think this game might just be moving too fast for Tundra at this point. They need to find a way to slow it down.
Yeah, they are doing a decent job at keeping up in farm, though, surprisingly. And I mean, there's a lot of, maybe not anymore.
And yeah, that's the Medusa in a lot of trouble. And out of mana, out of life, out of time, goodbye. Mickey getting another kill. He's now on a mega kill streak, sitting 5-0-0.
I'm going to say, I feel like Liquid is not as farmed as as bad as this looks, because they're just running around taking all the towers and fighting, and they're not actually hitting creeps. Like, they just don't care to hit creeps. They'd rather just take creeps away from Tundra, take towers away from Tundra.
Yeah, but it is
mid-heroes away from Tundra, apparently.
Yeah, it's resulting in more and more kills. Like, yeah, cool, you got an Undying, that was over top, and then you smoke to try and make something happen. But in doing so, you end up losing your mid laner. And the smoke really doesn't do anything. They didn't get any vision down with it. It didn't really accomplish much.
I think this is a smoke to just take the top tower, because they're at this big tower disadvantage right now and they need to even up the map. So this is more so like one of those objective smokes where it's like, if you get a kill, you get a kill, sweet, but it's necessary to take the tower. If this tower gets defended for like 5 more minutes, there's a 0% chance they win this game. Like, you can't have a 2-tower disadvantage for, you know, 15 minutes. That's just like, it's such a low chance of winning Dota.
They give away that they have vision there, but it doesn't matter. Skeeter just never has a chance.
Oh boy, a tier 2. And there's... Oh, they do have actually fortification. Okay.
And they go up top to
Still
try and
full.
defend their own tier 2.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I don't really think Tundra want to fight.
Nope, nope. I like that Liquid is not showing on the top lane, by the way. They're looking for a kill. So that way, Tundra isn't sure if they're bot or if they're top. Because otherwise, Tundra could all TP towards bot and kill the Liquid heroes that are still there. So Tundra just has to play really safe with their movements right now.
Oh boy. Got Tiny going in again, trying to get a kill here on Asaxa. Roshane helping you out on that one, and well, they'll be unable to get themselves denied by Roche. Meanwhile, the Rolling Thunder coming in again. Snake King, he's chased down, hit up, swashbuckle there. 3-3 is also in trouble. Like, this game is just not slowing down. Liquid 13-3. Like you said, he wants that Diffusal Blade. Well, he's already got it.
Shockingly,
No.
still a 1K gold lead. But, you know, it is 13 minutes into the game. There's no Roshan. Tier 2s have not fallen yet. Kill bounties are not as high as, you know, later on into the game, especially when there are streaks.
Right.
So, yeah, it's one of those things where I think there's an eventual net worth lead that's going to come from Liquid, and I imagine the XP lead is pretty substantial. Where the hell is it? How do I click to it?
Dire are scanning.
Do you...
I don't want to pause the game by accident. Do you know what the hotkey for XP is?
F6?
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
Cool, I'm glad that worked for you. I was nervous.
That's awesome. Plus 12% XP. So they have double the XP lead that they have a gold lead.
So if they're not getting kills, like, at what point can Tundra really kind of fight back? Because they're going to lose 9 again. Like, these heroes are just dying immediately. They have no chance to react.
Yeah, they were in such a situation. 9 is building a pipe because he's just getting one shot by Mickey. And I don't think it gets any easier because Mickey's going for the Moon Shard build, and he's going to have Boxy follow up as well with the Ink Swell and the Phantom's Embrace. So this is not just a tiny combo. This is a tiny combo extended by the Grimstroke combo as well. Snake King, he's smoked up, looking to just go for a ward, I assume. Yo, dude, solo Roche, dog. Let's fucking go. Come on. Get in there. Nah, he can't do it.
He can. He's just got to have faith.
That's true.
Bounty.
Ooh. And even 9 jumping in like that, that's still a scary proposition. Like, going after Snake King, you just... not going after Snake King, going towards Roche and, like, trying to make a play here. Like, going for Roche with Snake King is just not going to be the answer. It's forcing something that's going to be too much, right? Like, if he does drop the words.
It is. But you can sense the desperation from them, though, just considering, like, 9's build, that he needs to go for this in order to survive. So I could see it happening.
Top lane,
33
is very dead. I mean, Mickey's made great use of this Blink Dagger. He's 10-0-0. He's just getting kills all over the map. He's picked up multiple double damages. He's now going for the Moon Shard. The Moon Shard was the build in China for these Tinies before the nerf. And now they might have even got themselves 9. He's silenced up. There's nowhere for him to go. He'll end up burning out to Matama Man. And now the Rolling Thunder comes in. Matama Man, he is surrounded by these Serpent Wards. They might do enough damage to kill him before the TP, but there's just not enough. Avalanche comes in. Mika gets the kill on Asaxa. They'll take out Snake King. Truthfully, like, it feels that way, but I want to say there's almost always a chance when you've got yourself a Medusa, if you can kind of hold off this pressure and pushing these tier 2s in the high ground. But it's certainly a tough game to think that Tundra can come back.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just that Zai, you know, like they just have so much. They've got 2 very farmed carries and then a Zai to deal with the Medusa with the Diffusal Blade. So, and 33, he's showing an award in the actual game as we're still in the replay. 33, we come back and he is dying.
He is dead again.
He was just standing on a ward, and they immediately TP into the outpost that they have active. We are going to get to one of the. We're probably going to get to one of the funny numbers. We can go for either right now.
All right, chat. Chat interaction time, my favorite part of Dota.
420 or 322?
Yeah, press 1 for 322, press 2 for 420.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I'm hoping
Or press 3 for neither. Is that possible?
3? Come on.
Dire
Well, you
are
know, it may
scanning.
happen. Who knows? Snaking, gone.
We'll go 3 for 69. Let's say this game lasts for
Forever.
2 hours. Yeah, it happens.
I'm buckled in. I'm ready. I'm in for the long haul.
I'm down for it.
They're gonna get 9, I think.
AC 9.
Yeah, Phantom's Embrace into a Rolling Thunder. 9 trying to cut these creep waves. He does end up popping the hood, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's orchided. Yeah, unfortunately, the hood may protect him from the tiny combo. Actually, I don't even. I can't even get those words out of my mouth. It's not going to protect him from the tiny combo. Mickey has 12 kills. He's going to die.
He's out of control.
Nothing's going to protect him. He's going for a 4-staff B-Cop, a 4-staff on Queen of Pain. That's when you're absolute poverty mode and just looking for a way to have impact in the game. That is very rough.
I also want to say for all you 2-typers out there, you're wrong.
Yeah, we're open for 1 or 3 right now.
Yeah.
3 will be a long time coming, but it will be nice.
See if we can get there.
Skeeter's split pushing on the bot lane with Mantas.
He's trying his hardest
Oh boy.
to farm, and it's just, it is pure poverty mode from all of them. That being said, there's a lot of net worth here for the Coddle, too. Like, he's farmed up pretty well. What does he have?
Yeah,
Air Vessel?
he's doing all right for himself, all things considered.
Good for him.
Old Tumby on the bot lane. He does have a BKB for when he respawns and an Aegis. And he's gone.
Yep. Well, you were
they
talking
see
about
that
that earlier, right? Like, just how impossible it's going to feel to catch this Nature's Prophet.
Right. It's basically Shadow Shaman to do that, and that's not really that good, especially in a game like this. We got
There
it.
goes 9. We got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got it.
And it's very
Better
quickly
cherish
going
this
to be gone.
moment. Skitter goes into the Stone Gaze, runs away, but Snaking falls. Now it's 23-3, and they're just gonna stick with this, and they'll kill off Skitter.
Oh boy. Oh my god. This is a high level Gaben shellacking, I gotta say.
Yeah.
I mean, this is insane. Between
a
teams of
blowout.
this caliber too. Not something you would expect, especially after last game, dude. What on earth? What is happening?
Just completely and utterly shellacked.
Yeah. Liquid snorted some Gaben juice after the last game. They're like, all right, it's on.
They purchased a couple of chests, and they opened up some ultra rares, and then
Radiant's
Yeah.
top tower
Gaben
is
has
under
rewarded
attack.
them.
Absolutely. They spent 1 million Dota Plus shards on winning Gamers Without Borders.
Dire are scanning.
That's nice. 1 million Dota Plus points for $1 million to charity. That's not bad.
1 for 1. I mean, if Valve is giving out 1-for-1s, I'm here for it.
I'd be rich. Got a lot of Dota Plus points. Wasted them on Pudge. Dog shit hero.
But at least you can keep track of all the hooks you hit and miss.
Yeah. Desperation smoke out. They have the BKB on 33.
Tombstone.
Sania.
That comes
he's
through.
just there. He's just
Avalanche
breaking
toss.
it.
And they have no way. And now they've got the Rolling Thunder. Scooter, he's inside the trees to maybe make a Stone Gaze play here. But that is a pipe dream. As they'll go to the Stone Gaze, the Force Staff is there. They'll chase up these heroes. Can they get a kill on the board? Not looking likely. They get the Doom out onto the tiny Skeeter, just trying to hit away. He's got some mana back. They've got the Soulbind connecting the Doom as well as the Coddle. They finally take out Mickey, and it's a 10-time spree. But how much will it be worth? Because it looks like 33 is going to die here to Zai, and he will fall. They'll find themselves 9. He's sprouted, silenced, and killed off very quickly. And there's not much left to this Tundra side after Liquid has broken the dam and flowed through them.
Yeah. Feels like they're flying through them, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Velocity that they're traveling at. I like that Liquid, they understand the advantage they have. I just saw Boxy turn on a Queen of Pain who jumped him. 9 was sitting there like, oh, I'm going for your backlines. Look out for me. And then Boxy just turns and man fights him as a Grimstroke and then wins. And it's like, if he runs away there, he's just not understanding his strength, you know? But this is a weird game to be in. Games are not like this usually, so I can understand why somebody would run as a backliner. But it means that Mickey can die, and yet the fight still goes well because all of the other heroes still understand that even without arguably their strongest hero, they're still very strong. They can probably 4v5 without Mickey in this game. They might even be able to 3v5 with the strength of their heroes. Huh.
If they were to win a 3v5, I'd be pretty impressed. I'm not asking them to do it, but if they could demonstrate, that would be pretty cool. They forced the BKB on Matuma Man. It was a 10-time spree that went into the hands of 9, so maybe there's a chance. What button did I say it was? XP and net worth? F5? F6?
F6, yeah.
Oh, I just don't want to pause the game.
I don't think you can as a spectator. I've tried.
Well, Avalanche toss, and well, it looks like they have lost 9 again. There's just no way for him to deal with the Phantom's Embrace. Right click's coming through on Zaya. Snake King trying to gain some health here with the shackles, hides in the trees, but the courier sees him, and shield crash again, and eventually the kill for Zaya over Snake King. So he's godlike now too.
Yeah, he's been killing everybody in these fights because Tundra's like, oh god, we have to focus Mickey. He's killing all of us. Oh no, he's in our base. He's one-shotting me. And then Zai just goes in and starts right-clicking people like he's a carry and kills everyone. Matumba's like, hey guys, I haven't died once yet. Can you please focus on me? I want to have fun.
Yeah, let me just orchid you and right-click you down. You have nothing to deal with this. As I sprout you up. Solar Bind, I laugh. I don't need movement speed.
Oh, almost got the Doom. That would have been big.
$19,000 net worth lead. And I know I wanted this to go 3 games. I just didn't really expect such a one-sided game, right? Like with how close these teams have certainly proven themselves.
Yeah, this is an anomaly for sure. This is an interesting game. Not something people would expect. 33 does have Doom.
Could even try to use it on.
Yeah.
Come over, and Undying's in a little bit far, but here comes the Rolling Thunder as well as the Soulbind. They've got 33 in a lot of trouble, and he ended up throwing out the Doom onto the Nature's Prophet. They just don't have the damage to get the kill. They'll toss up this Medusa into the air. Skitter will fall, and the Sonic Wave will get Matuma Man. So again, hope, I guess. They buy back on Matuma Man. They buy back on Skitter, and they'll try and go again.
Yeah, Matamba, he smells blood in the water. He knows he can just end the game right here. At least force all the buybacks.
There's the other one.
Nice little bait. I like that. That's a really cool bait. I don't think they ever intended to actually go for the play there. They're just like, let's just force him to buy back by showing some aggression.
Uh-oh. He's picked up the Silver Edge.
Yeah.
And they're going to go Roche instead. Not up for another 55 seconds, though.
Rough. This is looking real tough. And normally, at this point, I would say, oh, they just need to Soulbind into Double Doom. That guy's on the other team, so that one's not going to be happening. I think Dooming Zai would be ideal. He's got a Linken's, though. There's not any Linken. That's Insania. That's not who you want.
Well, all right. No Doom used. It's still on cooldown, but they do get a kill. I think that's so with Roche potentially coming up, maybe. Sorry, I'm huffing some real copium over here.
You're choking on it at this point.
Avalanche toss. Stone Gaze used, and they'll turn the rolling Thunder into just stone. And 9 goes after Boxy, but there's the Phantom's Embrace with the Ink Swell. Mickey, like a shark in the water, he chooses to go for the other one and connect him to the Soul Bind.
That was nice.
That was pretty hype, and no chance 9's getting out. And into Roche they go.
And
GG
they
is
called.
called.
Yep.
38-7.
Probably could have been called earlier. I mean, you definitely don't want to. But I think they probably had the feeling it was over. Liquid had the feeling it was. Everybody knew it was over. Most likely, they're just holding out for that like small percentage chance, as well as these guys are about to go to the major. They took game 1, obviously, so it's like it's good practice. It's good practice. It's time to talk about stuff. It's time to test. You know, what do you do as a team when you're at some sort of deficit? Because if you're playing at a major, if you're playing at TI, if you're playing for millions of dollars, like you're not giving up. So I can understand why they would keep going, but other than that, like that was a Gaben's top hat level shellacking, I think, from Liquid. It doesn't get worse than that. That was a stomp.
Yeah, that was quite the stomp, quite the shellacking. Pretty sure the definition for shellacking is like an oil you throw over wood to seal it, or it's like a shellac or something like that. So I guess that's what that was. I have no idea. It's a very North American phrase that I've used a lot, and I know Sunsman and you use all the time, so it's very interesting to hear. But while you guys take in that information of shellacking and the definition of it, well, we're going to go to a quick break before we throw it back to the panel, so we'll see you